Swiss rolls are definitely not supposed to have white chocolate, and it's also definitely not supposed to have olive oil. So I'm gonna challenge that. I wanted to make a Swiss roll that's light, delicious, and flexible. That's why we add olive oil. Because if you add fat, then it doesn't give you the lift, and if you have too much lift, then I feel like you're gonna lose out on some flavor. This is Kyle's Creations 2.0. We rethink classic recipes to make them work better. First, we're using the white chocolate. I'm gonna take that, put it on a double boiler, and we're gonna let this chocolate melt, and this will begin the process of making an emulsification. Emulsification is when you whisk fats into liquid, and by breaking them into tiny droplets that get suspended throughout, therefore making a smooth and stable mixture. And I'll show you how that's all going to come together in a few seconds. Traditional Swiss rolls just use a mixture of whole eggs that are whipped up with whites to make a stable structure. Actually, it's more sensitive that way. So what I did here was separate 4 egg whites, kept the remaining yolks with the other eggs for whole eggs, and we're going to create some structure here with the whites. Before we whip up the whites, we're going to balance that out first with the yolks. 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. One of our key fruits, which is, if you thought orange, this is actually a blood orange. So it has a more floral flavor to it to complement not only the blood orange, but also the fresh raspberries we're going to use. Now we're going to whip up these egg yolks and whole eggs with half of the sugar. This is actually cane sugar that I blended in a blender to make it a lighter texture, which actually is going to be the whole reason why we're making this cake. So we're going to achieve a balance of texture, flavor, and flexibility with the cake so that we can actually roll this up like a Swiss roll. And we're just going to let this go on about medium speed until it triples in size. And while we wait for that to happen, we're going to sift out the dry ingredients, going in with some cake flour, and that's going to lead to more of a tender crumb. Baking powder for some lift. Freshly grated nutmeg, that's going to add some nice warmth to this. I'm going to add salt. Salt brings out all the flavors of everything. One of my signature ingredients, coconut flakes. That's going to have that mouthfeel and flavor and a touch of fat. And we're just going to sift this together. Now we're going to start the emulsion. I'm going to go in with some whole milk. And if the whole milk is a little bit cold, we could just put it right here just to warm this up a little bit. Just a touch of that warmth. Quickly whisk in the extra virgin olive oil. Something that's not traditional, but the olive oil is going to bring out the flavor of everything and allow that to breathe. Okay, now we're going to take this emulsion, and then we're going to start to stream this emulsion in right now. All right, now we're going to make a traditional French meringue, which is just adding sugar a little bit at a time when these whites start to build up. That's going to give you the structure. Now add the powdered sugar, a spoonful at a time. That's good. Now fold the dry ingredients in batches of 3. Everything is mixed together. Now we're going to start to fold in the whites. Rest. Taking a classic recipe and giving you more control of the ingredients by whipping up the whites. Now we're going to pour everything in together. And careful, we're not going to pour up here. More control, so we're going to pour down here and start in the middle. Okay, and this is going in the oven right now at 350 degrees for about 10 to 11 minutes. This is done. Now I have some powdered sugar. I'm going to do this in 2 parts. So we're going to dust this with powdered sugar. Grate some fresh nutmeg as well. Just a little bit. Take a clean tea towel here. And also dust this with powdered sugar. carefully release this. Just a light dusting on this side because I doubled the other side. And I'm gonna take my serrated knife here, and because we're doing a Swiss roll, I'm gonna edge this off at an angle. So now we're gonna roll this, continue to roll this. Just gonna leave it right here. And we're gonna let this rest for about 20 minutes. Wonderful fresh raspberries here. This is the keynote that's gonna brighten this Swiss roll. It's gonna really give it that color that's gonna pop. So we have powdered sugar here, and for every 100 grams of cane sugar, that's 3 grams of powdered sugar. So 3% is how to make powdered sugar. So we're gonna add that sugar on top. You can add a touch of vanilla just to bring out the floral notes. Along with that, we're gonna add the blood orange zest. And now, I'm doing this in layers. So we have the structure, we have the flexibility of the cake, and we have the lightness, and we have the flavors here, but I don't wanna overpower the blood orange in the whipped mascarpone cream which we're gonna make, so we're adding it in layers. It's in the cake. Now it's gonna be in this raspberry mixture, and the way to bring this together is we're gonna unveil blood orange right here and squeeze some. Use about half. I would say in my first recipe I used a whole half. Because I added more raspberries to this, I'm gonna do 1/2 and 1/4 of that juice. Take your fork or masher. These raspberries on the outside, I'm gonna leave them whole. You'll see why in a minute. A bit more juice, and just let that sit for a few minutes. Let the natural juices and water from the raspberries release, and this is gonna be wonderful. I could smell it. Can't wait to bring this all together. Second step, you can go back in with some blood orange juice, right? And blood orange is an excellent source of vitamin C, which is good for immune system and a wonderful source of antioxidants. So I'm going to reserve a few of these raspberries just for plating, and the rest of these raspberries are going in here. Nothing goes to waste. That. And going with that lovely powdered sugar. And now we're going to strain the seeds. I'd say this is good enough for 4 portions of sauce. Heavy cream, about 310 grams of heavy cream. So we have a good amount of heavy cream here. Chilled recipe will be in the description with some mascarpone. So we're going to make a mascarpone Chantilly by adding some vanilla extract to this. There we go. Just a touch of that. And we're going to whip this up. We just have very soft peaks, so I'm going to add the powdered sugar in here. And now we're going to go in with the mascarpone cream. So I'm just going to add a little bit at a time. Alright, set this aside. I have the Swiss roll here. So this is the proof. Look at that. Light and tender that is. Let's get a full view of this as I unveil this. What I'm going to do here, take these whole raspberries and we're going to tuck it just in here. And I'm not going to take any of the liquid, just the raspberries. Okay, and now we're gonna take this cream now we're gonna roll this. Okay, I'm gonna dust some more powdered sugar on top. Okay, and the final dusting of powdered sugar. Right, I know you guys are waiting, so I'm gonna take a spoon. Now we're gonna cut into this, so you can take off the edge. Look at that. Beautiful. See, this is the proof here that we can add fat with olive oil from the white chocolate and still make this a light and airy Swiss roll. And as you can see, perfectly intact. So we're going to take a slice here. And there we go. Raspberries right on top. Actually, I don't want to cover that beautiful spiral, so we're just gonna add 3 like that. So if you're into breaking down recipes like this, subscribe now. And this reminds me of another video. It is a chiffon cake with a pineapple sherbet. As the weather starts to warm up, we're gonna crave lighter desserts that are more flavorful, and they use the power of fruit and citrus to bring out those flavors and notes.